Aurangzeb, the only Mughal emperor to ascend through conflict, a myth busted. The Mughal Empire, one of the most illustrious dynasties in Indian history, is often romanticized for its grandeur, architecture, and cultural synthesis. However, a persistent myth claims that Aurangzeb, the sixth Mughal emperor who reigned from 1658 to 1707, was the only ruler in this lineage to ascend the throne through conflict. This oversimplification ignores the turbulent succession struggles that characterized nearly every Mughal emperor's rise to power. By examining the historical record and drawing on the works of reputed historians, this essay debunks the myth and reveals the recurring pattern of conflict in Mughal successions. The myth of Aurangzeb's unique ascension. Aurangzeb's reign is infamous for his war of succession against his brothers, Darashikoh, Shah Shuja and Murad Bakhsh, following the illness of his father, Emperor Shah Jahan, in 1657. This fratricidal conflict, culminating in Aurangzeb's victory at the Battle of Samugar in 1658, and his subsequent imprisonment of Shah Jahan, paints him as a ruthless usurper. Popular narratives often frame this as an anomaly, suggesting that other Mughal emperors ascended peacefully. However, a closer look at the reigns of Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, and Shah Jahan reveals that Aurangzeb's path was not unique. Conflict was a hallmark of Mughal succession. Babur, the founder's bloody beginnings. Babur, the founder of the Mughal Empire, who reigned from 1526 to 1530, did not inherit a throne but carved it out through relentless warfare. Historian Stephen Dale, in The Garden of the Eight Paradises, notes that Babur's conquest of Delhi in 1526 followed his victory at the First Battle of Panipat against Ibrahim Lodi. Before that, Babur faced challenges from his own Timurid kin in Central Asia, losing and regaining Samarkand multiple times. His ascension to power in India was not a peaceful inheritance, but a result of military triumph over rival rulers and internal adversaries. Thus, Babur's reign began with conflict, setting a precedent for the dynasty. Humayun, a throne lost and reclaimed. Humayun, who reigned from 1530 to 1540 and then again from 1555 to 1556, was Babur's son and faced immediate threats upon succeeding his father. Historian Abraham Ereli, in The Mughal Throne, describes how Humayun's reign was marked by rebellions from his brothers, Kamran, Askari, and Hindal, and external foes like Sher Shah Suri. Sher Shah defeated Humayun at the Battle of Chausa in 1539 and Kanauj in 1540, forcing him into exile. Humayun regained his throne in 1555 only after years of struggle and with Persian military aid. His ascension, both initially and upon restoration, was steeped in conflict, contradicting the notion of a peaceful Mughal succession. Akbar consolidating power amid rebellion. Akbar, who reigned from 1556 to 1605, is often celebrated for his statesmanship and ascended as a minor under the regency of Bairam Khan. His early reign was far from peaceful. Historian R. K. Majumdar in the Mughal Empire highlights the Second Battle of Panipat in 1556, where Bairam Khan defeated Hemu, a Hindu general claiming the throne. Additionally, Akbar faced challenges from his half-brother Mirza Hakim and rebellious nobles. While Akbar's personal involvement in these conflicts grew with time, his initial claim to the throne was secured through bloodshed, not consensus. Jahangir, a son's rebellion. Jahangir, who reigned from 1605 to 1627, was Akbar's son, and another case where succession involved strife. Historian Lisa Balaban Lilar, in Imperial Identity in the Mughal Empire, notes that Jahangir, then known as Prince Salim, rebelled against Akbar in 1599, attempting to seize power prematurely. After Akbar's death, Jahangir faced opposition from his own son Khusrau, who rebelled in 1606 and was brutally suppressed. Jahangir's ascension was not a simple handover, but a contested process marked by familial discord and violence. Shah Jahan, the costly crown. Shah Jahan, who reigned from 1628 to 1658, was Aurangzeb's father and also ascended through conflict. Historian John F. Richards, in the Mughal Empire, details how Shah Jahan, then known as Prince Khurram, rebelled against Jahangir from 1622 to 1625, only reconciling after military setbacks. Upon Jahangir's death, Shah Jahan eliminated potential rivals, including his brother Parvez and nephews, through executions orchestrated by his father-in-law, Asaf Khan. His path to the throne, like those before him, was paved with intrigue and bloodshed. Aurangzeb in context. Aurangzeb's succession war was dramatic, but it fits a broader pattern. Historian Satish Chandra, in A History of Medieval India, argues that Mughal succession lacked a formal primogeniture system, leading to recurring fratricidal conflicts. Aurangzeb's actions, defeating his brothers and imprisoning Shah Jahan, mirrored Shah Jahan's elimination of rivals or Jahangir's suppression of Khusrau. What sets Aurangzeb apart is not the conflict itself, but its scale and visibility, amplified by his long reign and polarizing policies. Conclusion. The myth that Aurangzeb was the only Mughal emperor to ascend through conflict crumbles under historical scrutiny. From Babur's conquest to Shah Jahan's purges, each ruler faced or instigated strife to secure the throne. Reputed historians like Dale, Erroley, Richards and Chandra affirm that succession struggles were intrinsic to the Mughal system. Aurangzeb's story, while striking, is not an exception, but a continuation of a dynastic tradition where power was rarely inherited. It was won.